Right. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day, Miss, and I'm Reski Faris Novinci. So on this occasion, I would like to explain and present about my topic that I chosen. The title is the influence of English exposure through social media on vocabulary development of high school students in Indonesia. So in the beginning, I would like to explain about the part in introduction. In today's digital era, social media has become a very important part of the lives of almost everyone, especially teenager and high school students. Applications that are used every day, such as TikTok, Instagram, and also YouTube, which not only display as entertainment programs, but also have a direct influence on getting information and interaction with the other people. The content covered by the related application mentioned earlier often uses English or even uses Indonesian as a mixed language, either directly on or indirectly. On the other hand, the interest and curiosity of students to read books or follow language learning in general. There are many complex from students with learning methods at school, and especially we known as traditional method that they feel more rigid and also less relevant, especially since there are significant event uh, we known like uh, namely COVID-19, that is the pure moment where almost all teachers are forced to rely on online assignment and tasks. So this case, gap between students' needs and traditional learning methods. Uh, in addition, this research was conducted with two main objective reason such as direct as firstly, how does exposure to English through social media affect the vocabulary development of high school students in Indonesia? Second one is how influential is social media in developing vocabulary among high school students? Furthermore, the reason for the selection of the chosen topic also has several reasons. The first of which is in accordance with the times because the digital era is significantly important in the current era where almost everyone is a user of related applications such as TikTok, Instagram, and also YouTube. Second one is lack of interest and curiosity from the student's personal self, which cannot to be denied because it's a choice that can only determine themselves personally, but they are more active in social media. Thirdly, social media presents language in a real context and everyday use, which unconsciously teach the students new vocabulary. And the next is about literature review. So there are four literature review that I get the response and support to my topic. So in the first one is uh, support for social media effectiveness. Uh, I mean at 2020 emphasized that social media can provide good exposure to user related to the content in authentic English learning through a variety of content, whether videos or non-writing such as in section comments uh, and also Betty et al. At 2019 at the engaging students presence in English content can improve their understanding of the new vocabulary and language usage, thus the impact of related content, and show students about language learning and practice directly. So the second one is about real-time interaction and also indirect learning. Roger and Christoph at 2018 uh, revealed that communication that areas directly or we known as real-time can encourage the students to use English more often and, of course, be more active in everyday lives, as well as when they see the content has to communication in small things, for example, in the session comments, or more to reply to message, uh, also pure in English. And what they do is an action that is unconsciously known as unconscious learning. Even this learning tends to be significantly more resistant and future because it contributes to the development of the language skills. And thirdly, support for reading and writing skills. Uh, uh, Al-Jahromi at 2020 points out that social media not only provides an input on linguistic concept, but also strengthens students to reading and writing skills. So at this case, when the learner reads the caption, contributes to the comment section, or writes something in general section, they have to automatically enter to the training page in the development of writing in English. These activities to occur in an environment that doesn't have the pressure to the learner, and also which make the students more comfortable and optimistic. And lastly is about relationship between vocabulary and speaking. Dano et al. At 2022 showed that the vocabulary acquisition creates a close relationship with interaction and communication skills for learners. On the theme of social media, it's develop contextually uh, contextually generate exposure is helpful for students to be skilled in something that has meaning in video, song, or any conversation. They do not to need to repeat. It's because it contains it element contains element contains uh, element element consent. They are get the meaning that can be attract the learner attention. In addition, they can be more active in using meaningful and also memorize the vocabulary in the verbal communication. So the next is about basic theory. So in my basic theory, there are two main theory. The first one is about authentic language learning, which is language is learned in real and relevant context, not just memorization or formal classroom lessons. For example, like learning idioms from songs, phrases from comments, and also on videos. Second one is self-directed learning. Students actively at Students actively and independently search for new vocabulary and interpret it and use it. The learning process occurs because of internal motivation, not external coercion. So, thus the combination of these two theories proves the learning through social media is active, contextualized, and tailored to the student's personal needs. And the next is about methodology. So in methodology, the approach that I use in order to explore students' experience more deeply and based on what students want. So the simple method is what beginning like uh, participants, which is high school students who frequently use social media and are interested in English, and sampling technique uh, that is purpose sampling, which is participants who are selected based on certain criteria such as frequency of social media use and interest in language. And also data collection, there are two main way in data collection, and also the first one, semi-structured interview to allow students to tell their story freely, and the second way, open-end questionnaires help to gather a range of individual experience. Then lastly, data analysis conducts through data relation, data presentation, and also conclusion drawing. The focus was on the types of vocabulary acquired and learning strategy used. And uh, the last one is result in discussion. So the research shows the produced findings that exposure to English through social media significantly enrich the vocabulary of high school students. The platform are none other than TikTok, Instagram, and also YouTube, with the use of English elements in the content in the form of dialogue, memes to small things like caption. So the students indirectly to be what to be learned through the experience of enjoying content, not through formal methods such as in the class lessons. In addition, the learning process occurs at an accidental moment or referred to as an opportunity when students suddenly find a new word naturally while watching or reading. Then look up the meaning and try to use it. This creates a more embedded learning due to the initial sense of comfort and relevance to their interest and daily lives. So that brings us to the conclusion. So in the conclusion, I would like to conclude that social media becomes a personalized, flexible, and fun learning space, which doesn't replace formal classes, but really complements and the learning process in uh, can more to be relevant and more and also more modern use the modern way. So this how can I explain and show to you about my knowledge in my title, ma'am and miss. Sorry for any wrong word and thank you.